What's good? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. Today I want to talk about your opener. All right. If you want to be able to approach, attract, and date your dream girl, one of the things you will need in your arsenal is an opener. An opener is essentially that open statement that you say to start an interaction with a woman. Right. So you want to have at least one opener, one direct opener, and one indirect opener, right? Because one of the things I notice with a lot of guys is they'll see a girl they find attractive and they'll be like, oh, what do I say? What do I say? Doesn't really matter what you say. You just want to have some openers that you can use in pretty much any situation. So for me, my favorite opener is, hey, I thought you were attractive. I wanted to come and say hi, right? That's my favorite opener because it's very, it works in pretty much any situation. I mean, it's obvious that I'm interested in the girl, which is what I want her to know. Okay, my style of communication is I want the girl to know that I'm attracted to her from the beginning so that I don't waste my time in communication trying to make her like me or any shit like that, right? So that's my style. However, in some situations, I may go indirect. In some situations in the grocery store, I may, have an item in my hand. I may ask her about it. Oh, what do you think about these chips? Or if I see something in her cart, I'll say, oh, how are those brownies? I never got a chance to check them out, but I see them all the time. That's an indirect opener. Sometimes I'll do that depending on the situation, right? But you want to have openers that you can, like go-to openers. So you don't want to be the guy who's thinking of what to say. You want to have openers ready to go. So if you're a funny guy, come up with some funny openers and use those as your openers. If you're more of like a role play, like another one I like to use is I'll walk up to a girl and I say, hey, your king has arrived, right? That's another opener that I use, depending on the vibe, depending on how I feel, depending on the situation, right? So you want to have some openers, and what you want to do is you want to practice these openers as much as you can. You want to get comfortable with opening a woman, with approaching a woman and starting a conversation and having an opener that you use consistently. So you can get very comfortable with that opener, very confident with that opener. So when you approach a woman, you walk into the interaction with confidence because you're using an opener that you've used many times. Now, what happens when you use a specific opener over and over again, you start to get all the different responses that come with it, and you become confident and grounded when using that opener because you've already heard all the different responses. So you have a comeback for everything. You know what to say. Like if she says A, you know to say B. If she says B, you know to say C, right? Because you use the same opener and you just know what's going to happen. So you get familiar with what typically happens in interaction. So it kind of puts it lowers the fear and the sense of you walking into the unknown, because you're not walking into the unknown. You've used the opener so many times that you pretty much know what's going to happen. So I have a few openers, like I said, that I use, that I keep in my arsenal. So when I see a woman I'm attractive, I don't have to think, oh, what do I say? I'm just going to go up to her and say, hey, I think you're attractive. I want to come and say hi. And I know for the most part how the interaction is going to go. Either she's going to say, hey, I think you're attractive too, or hey, that's so nice. How are you? Or she'll say, oh, thank you so much, but I have a boyfriend, right? I know the typical responses. So I'm walking into the interaction with a lot of confidence because I know I have an idea of how it's going to go. It's not like I'm walking in and I'm like, oh, I wonder how this is going to go. No, if you use the same opener over and over again, you get confident with it. And this helps to eliminate approach anxiety, the tension, the fear, all that stuff, because you're just comfortable with the opener. So you want to have, I say, at least one direct opener, one indirect opener, and practice them all the time. You can even practice them with men. Okay, as funny as this may seem, I used to go up to men and tell them, hey, one of my openers used to be, hey, I think you are attractive. I want to see if you'd be down to grab coffee. I used to practice that opener on men. Okay, I just wanted to see, I wanted to get so comfortable with that opener, right? I wanted to purposefully put myself in awkward situations just so I would be so comfortable and confident with that opener. Now that's extreme. I'm not saying you have to go and approach men in a direct way just to get confident with your opener, but me, I want extreme results, so I was willing to do extreme things. But you don't need to go that extreme. You just need to practice your opener with as many people as you can, right? If it's indirect, you can practice on men and women. The direct approaches, you know, more likely you'd probably want to just use those on women, right? Just so you don't end up in no weird situation that you'd rather avoid. But the point is, if you practice your opener, you're going to get very comfortable with approaching, very comfortable with starting in conversation with strangers. And this is the foundation to you approaching, attracting, and dating your dream girl. All right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the other videos. Peace.